What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 15 of Prop Quiz, where we pit two of your favorite people in combat sports against one another in a head-to-head trivia game. I'm your host, Long Island Luke from Main Card Minute. You guys can follow me on social media at Main Card Minute and subscribe right here on YouTube if you like the content. But enough about me. Let me introduce our contestants in this tournament championship. First up, the challenger. He took care of a drunk and a varsity athlete to be here. He's not with Death Row, but he does rock a mean black turtleneck. He was actually on television and labeled a new threat, which was surprisingly not a Chris Hansen Dateline segment. You know him from commentating esteemed combat sports promotions such as Lava Shack FC, USA Dada 5000, and Tachi Palace Warriors. It is Ben, the Bane, Davis. Ben, welcome back.
Against all odds, we've arrived to the finals. They're calling it the greatest statistical comeback in prop quiz history in my semifinals effort against Aaron Bronstetter. I assure you, it won't be competitive this time around. We're sweeping.
Oh, shit, shots fired. All right, well, let's introduce your opponent. We've yet to check his THC levels, but he has the highest point total score in prop quiz history. He's a figure in the community and is known for taking care of junkies. And this week, we'll call him Batman, because like Bruce Wayne, he's looking to take out Bane. He can be heard yelling Viva Mexico Cabrones at every UFC press conference. You know him from MMA fighting. It is Jose Youngs.
I just went on the record that I have never yelled that at a press conference ever.
Not even once? I mean, come on.
Never
I
once
feel like
in my
I've yelled it.
I am quite the professional, if anyone knows. Now, have I yelled it at appropriate times, like Cinco de Mayo or Mexican Independence Day? Probably more than I would care to admit. Have I had a few adult sodas and yelled it on like a Wednesday in March? Without question.
Have you ever drank the VMC, the Canelo branded seltzers?
Oh, yes.
I mean, those
yes. Have I drank too many and then looked at the can and screamed at a stranger? Yes.
That's how you have to drink them. That's actually the only acceptable way of taking that beverage down.
Now, have I yelled it at a press conference? I have not. That would be quite funny, though.
All right. Well, next one, you're doing it. Gentlemen, you've both obviously been here before. You know how to play. But for anyone new here, here's a quick video on the rules. So you guys are going to go head-to-head in a betting-themed trivia game. Similar to Jeopardy, you're going to have a board with 5 different categories to choose from, with questions ranging in difficulty from 100 to 500 points. Your 100-point questions are going to be your over-unders. So these will be 50-50 questions. You just got to choose if it's over or under. Your 200-point questions will be your money lines. Think of it like who wins the fight. These will be either-or questions. You'll also have a 50-50 chance of getting those. Your 300-point questions are going to be your methods of victory. Just like there's 3 ways to win a fight: knockout, submission, or decision. These will be questions that you have 3 choices to choose from. Your 400-point questions are going to be your singles. These will be straight-up trivia questions. No multiple choices on those. And your 500-point questions are going to be your parlays. These will be 2 to 3-part questions, and you have to get all the answers correct to get any credit. So here's how it's going to work. You guys are going to be wagering 100 points on every question. So if you answer a question correctly, you'll earn that question's point total and you'll get to go again. If you answer a question incorrectly, you're going to lose the 100 points you wagered and you're going to lose your turn. You're also going to have 2 bonuses that can each be used once during the game. A 50% profit boost, which will increase your question's point total by 50%, and a no sweat bet that'll give you the opportunity to go again if you get the next question wrong, and the 100 points will not be deducted. Please note, you must announce you're using a boost before you choose the question on the board. After the board is completed, there's going to be an optional Hail Mary round in which players can wager any amount of their points on one final question for a chance to double their point total. However, if the question's answered incorrectly, you're going to lose the points you wagered. So the leading player is going to have 2 choices. They can either choose the amount of points they want to wager before the losing player chooses theirs, or they can admit they have a gambling problem and opt to sit this round out. The trailing player is then going to choose the amount of points they wish to wager and have one final chance to win it all. The player with the most points at the end will win Prop Quiz and get the esteemed title of this week's Degenerate. Makes sense, everyone. We do have a tail of the tape for you guys, and it's an interesting one. A lot of factoids on this one. Obviously, you're both 2-0 as you made it to the tournament final. Jose, your average score is higher than Ben's highest score, but you both get roughly the same amount of questions right. Jose, 65%, Ben, 62%. Jose, you did get both Hail Marys right. Ben, you got 1 right. And your longest streak, roughly the same. Jose, 6. Ben 5. Shout out again to Eli Steele, who is providing the $100 to the winner of this. episode here today. So shout out again to him. Gentlemen, today's 5 topics are as follows. Topic number 1, Davis Vision. Ben, this is an ode to your last name and to the eyeglass store, Davis Vision. Going to be a bunch of fighters with the last name Davis. Topic number 2, going to be Meme Lord. Ben, you're obviously the meme lord of MMA Twitter. These are going to be like meme-worthy fight moments, fighters, maybe John Lord Silva mixed in there, things like that. Topic number 3, going to be run to the title. You're both making a run to the title here. These are going to be like the fight before someone got a title shot, things like that. Topic number 4, Jose, over to you. The Big Apple, you live in New York City. I mean, we got to go. Some New York fighters, as well as fighters with the nickname Big in there. And topic number 5, similar to Davis Vision, Forever Youngs, all right? Fighters with the last name Young, because I couldn't find any with the last name Youngs. But either way, Jose, you know, a little ode to your last name there. Gentlemen, if you're both ready, we'll play.
Let's rock.
Quiz. So you both know to decide who to go first. We do put out a poll on YouTube. This was an open vote because everyone knew you two were in the final, and the fans voted, and they voted for Ben the Bane with 54%. However, Ben, as some may know, last week, Jose was waiting in the cage like Erin Blanchfield, and you pulled a Macy Barber, just never walked out. You left the man at the altar. You left him sitting there.
That's quite funny.
So, as a punishment, Jose now gets to go first. Jose,
that's quite funny.
That is absurd. That's completely absurd. I have if I'm Macy in this scenario, I have a medical emergency and I get punished for it. That's crazy.
Yeah, well,
now let's pull back the curtain a bit on what I was. I was at Madison Square Garden doing a fun little press conference and being called all sorts of names in the comment section. And then I rush home. The L train decides to break down. And what do? I literally run half a mile so I can get here on time and face off with Bane. I'm completely out of breath. I'm sitting there totally cooked. And then they're like, Ben's not showing up. I'm like, I'm going to send this guy all the hate mail I can think of.
Also, it was Jose's...
so fried. I was so fried. I have a physical rope burn from carrying that tripod case around that city. So
it was Jose's idea to give you minus 100 to start, Ben, but I thought that was too much of a punishment. So I'm just going to take your first turn away. All right. Not your first turn.
That's fine. That's
Jose
fine.
gets to go first. Jose, you're up.
Let's start with Forever Young's 100.
Forever Young's 100. Jung Young Park has 9 UFC wins. How many of those have come by knockout? Over under 2.5.
It's a small number.
That is a very small number.
I'm like my knee-jerk reaction is a healthy over, but the more I think about it,
I'll say under.
Correct. He has 0 knockout wins in the UFC.
I was gonna say
they've all come by decision or submission. Jose, back to you.
Let's do Meme Lord 100.
Meme Lord 100. How many UFC wins does John Lord Silva have? Over under 4.5.
Can I ask, does Contender Series count as the UFC?
No.
Okay. So, Jourdain, Dober, Mitchell. I think he's right at 4.
He has 5 UFC wins. He is 5-1 overall.
So,
Weston Wilson, right? In his debut.
Yes.
Yeah, Weston Wilson's definitely in there.
Yes.
Ben, back to you. Well, to you, I should say.
Let's do 50% profit boost, Meme Lord 500. Let's start strong.
All right, so 750 if you get this correct. Daniel Cormier became a meme after his tear-filled interview following being KO'd by John Jones. In the UFC, I feel like I wrote this so weird. Shortly after being KO'd by John Jones in the UFC 214 main event, who fought in a very forgettable decision in the co-main event of UFC 214?
Am I only going to name one of the fighters, or do I need to name both of them?
You need to name both.
This was a really bad waste of my profit boost.
I have a very funny story about this event too.
Let me ask a quick follow-up. If is 214 the correct pay-per-view, or is it 217?
No, it's 214.
That is the
217,
correct
I believe, was
pay-per-view.
MSG, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go with a final answer of one more question. I have to name both of them one more time, or can I
Yes.
name one of them? What?
You got to name
Both?
both of them, but I'll be impressed if you get one at this point, you know.
Yeah. 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 Let's throw in Jimmy Manua and Thiago Santos.
Nada.
It was Tyron Woodley and Damian Maya. That was a 3 title fight card. That was the co-main. I was pretty excited for it. It was one of the most boring fights I've ever seen. Jose, what's your story about that card?
On what I think it was Wednesday. They didn't do they had the media day, I believe, and then they did like it was like a pseudo press conference where it was just like John. It was the press conference where John called out Luke, where he goes, Luke, I don't like you, so I'm not going to answer your question. It was
Oh,
that
Luke
press
Thomas.
conference.
Yeah.
So after that, it was the fights were in Anaheim, but we were everything was in LA, which was very annoying. And then me, Danny Austin, and Matt Wells went to Runyon Canyon because they hadn't been, and I used to live in LA, so I was like, let's go to Runyon Canyon. They want to like do the hike up, so we park our car. We still haven't checked in our hotels yet. We do the hike, we come back. The car had been broken into, and all of my camera gear, laptops, and clothing were stolen. And I never recovered them.
That's
To
crazy.
this
They
day.
took the clothing. You'd think they'd be satisfied with just the camera equipment, but
No.
they were like, "No, we need
nice
his
and
hoodie."
What was even funnier in hindsight is so obviously when you turn your laptop on, if you go to find my device, you can mark it as stolen, and then it will alert you when it gets activated. It got alerted. I was alerted to my stolen laptop being activated when Bruce Buffer is announcing John Jones. And I was like, well, shit, I am so unfocused right now. So I don't even remember how that fight until the head kick because I was like trying to figure out who had my laptop during the fight.
Do you know where John Jones was when your car was broken into? I don't want to say there could be a connection.
I don't
but
think John knows who I am anymore because he blocked me in 2012, maybe. So he blocked me before it was cool to be blocked by John Jones. And
be
he only
fair,
blocked me
I
because
usually
people
block
got in an
people
argument.
before
People got in an argument in my mentions and he just blocked everybody, which was very annoying because now I can see John Jones tweets, and then he blocked me on Instagram. I'm like, why are you blocking me on Instagram too? I've literally not interviewed you since then.
He's checking his
Anyway,
boxes, man.
apparently. Anyway, let's do so if I get one wrong, it's just minus 100, right? It's not
Correct.
like minus 5. I'll do Forever Young's 500.
Forever Young's 500. Shayna Young made her UFC debut against Macy Chasson on a 2020 fight night in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Who headlined that card?
That would be Corey Anderson and Jan Blachowicz.
God damn, you're good.
Oh my God.
Was there a rematch? But I'm not gonna. You
Yeah.
named both fighters. I mean, you got it right.
Nathaniel Woods fought on that card, and I think the week after the fight was in London. So people were like, "What are we doing here? Like, why is Nathaniel Woods or someone fighting in Rio Rancho and not London?" All right, let's do Big Apple 500.
Big Apple 500. Merab Dvalishvili made his pay-per-view
Oh.
debut in his 7th UFC fight against John Dodson at UFC 252. Who headlined UFC 252?
252 was an Apex card. I'm trying to count the Apex events in my head. 250 was, I know Amanda fought Felicia Spencer on that card. And I know 249 was the one in Jacksonville. And 251.
How did I draw the two human calculators in this prop quiz tournament?
UFC 252.
This is insane.
Because I get them mixed up. One of them,
Please
Jose
mix
will
them
name every prelim fight on his way to naming
DC
the main
up.
event.
I know, yeah, right.
because DC fought one of them. And then I think that was his retirement, maybe.
Well, here's a weird fact: DC
Yeah.
and Merab have never shared a card together. It's an odd one.
Oh. And I know he fought John Dodson. And John Dodson, this one he had long hair. Oh my God. Amanda. I'm trying to remember. No, because
Could be a Jamal Hill card.
No, it was 252 was it was Stipe and DC, was it not? Yeah.
I thought Ben was gonna fucking screw you
God,
over on that.
I was literally
Damn
like
it.
counting in the back of my head. The second you said that, I'm like, that can't be right. Because like I'm pretty sure Sean O'Malley fought Cheeto on that card in the co-main, and then
He did.
that was when Marab was like, I want to fight Sean O'Malley. I was like, God,
I can't even play mind games. He's too good.
scoundrel.
right.
Scoundrel.
Jose, you're still up.
Let's do run to the title 500.
Run to the
Effort.
title 500.
no.
After losing to Junior Dos Santos in their first fight, Stipe Miocic won 2 straight to earn a title shot against Fabricio Verdum at UFC 198. Who did Stipe beat in those 2 fights?
They're losing to Junior Dos Santos at UFC on Fox in Phoenix. Because Nate Diaz fought RDA on that card, and that was Joanna and Claudia. One of them is Arlovsky, and the other was in Dublin, and or was supposed to be in Dublin. Wow. Because this is also when Frank Mir was going on a run, so I'm like trying to count backwards in my head. Because this is like when Arlovsky and Mir and Stipe were all fighting each other, and Ben Rothwell. Ooh, it's Ben.
I'm gonna start
no,
naming
supposed to
UFC
be.
heavyweights.
I think it was supposed to be Ben Rothwell, and then he fought Verdum in May.
Mark Hunt,
It honestly could be. No,
Arlovsky, Overeem, again.
he did beat Mark Hunt in Australia, but I can't remember if that was one of the two because he set the
Couldn't be.
gap if he set the record for gap in significant strikes in that event.
No, because Hunt in the lead up to 198, Hunt was gone. He had that tear. He had that
Yeah,
tendon
definitely.
tear.
He definitely had that tear.
It was a skateboarding accident that took him out.
Yeah, Mark Hunt on a skateboard.
It's a big guy on a skateboard. That's why it cost him.
Yeah, it has to be Mark Hunt because it has to be.
It can't be.
So who are
It
the
has
2?
to be. Mark Hunt is 1, and I think
not.
that was it because he lost to JDS in December, and then he beat Mark Hunt in May, and then he beat it was Arlovsky. It is Arlovsky.
That's unreal.
It
Yeah,
was
I
so
don't know.
funny. Ben's
The
like,
one
I'm gonna start
fucking
naming.
heavyweight I named.
Yeah. I'm like Ben, you just shot yourself in the foot.
Because the problem is
I didn't know.
because the problem was I know he fought Fabio Maldonado, and I don't remember who. I think Junior was supposed to fight a Brazilian on the tough finale in Brazil, and Fabio Maldonado filled in, and he lost in 14 seconds. And then I know he was supposed to fight Ben Rothwell, I think, in the main event of Dublin. That fell out. That ended up being Louis Smolka and Patty Houlihan.
I mean, just
So,
rattle off every fight between now and then. Why don't
we
you?
persevere.
Name every UFC fighter ever in chronological order.
That would be tough.
Jose, you're still up.
Let's do Davis Vision 500.
Oh, come on!
He's just taking them all out.
Yeah.
Alexis
Oh
Davis
my
got her UFC title shot against Ronda Rousey in the co-main event at UFC 175. Which 2 former champions fought in the main event?
And UFC 175 in Los Angeles International Fight Week was Chris Weidman versus
Oh my
Lyoto
God.
Machida.
Correct.
Uriah Faber
Wow.
fought Bruce Leroy on the prelims. I remember that.
I feel like they have. Come on, we got to get a handicap going in here.
You
We
know
gotta
what
get
else was
something.
that? I think you know what else happened that
Somebody
same
disconnect
week?
his internet.
There was a Bellator event and there was a World Series of Fighting event. I think that same weekend, and I think Justin Gaethje fought in the World Series of Fighting event, which is crazy that it was like a triple stacked. Forever Young's 400.
Forever Young's 400. Which Australian prospect
Oh my
did
God.
Gage Young lose to on Dana White's Contender Series in 2024?
I have
Oh, can I steal this?
Australian prospect.
You cannot.
I don't know
steal
what.
it, Ben.
I don't know why I
Why
said.
can't I steal it?
It's just not the way we play.
Is this person still in the UFC?
You know, I'm not going to give you any hints, but just
Gage
think of
Young. I'm literally trying to think of Australian prospects that lost in 2024. I'm trying to think of Australians that debuted in 2024 in the
no.
UFC.
Well, read the question
Terrence.
again because I think you're confusing yourself.
Which Australian?
Let him confuse it.
Yeah, so the Australian prospect lost to Gage Young.
No, Gage Young lost to the Australian prospect.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Alright.
So I'm trying to think of like, so if this person beat Gage Young, he must have debuted in the UFC. And I'm trying to think of Australians that debuted in the UFC. And I'm trying to think of when, because Jack debuted before.
Maybe the trick was that it is Gage Young.
That would be quite funny.
Could also be Terrence McKinney.
That's your go-to.
This
name.
one's tough.
Terrence McKinney.
2024
Could be
Australian
Mark Hunt.
prospects.
Could be
Mark Hunt.
Could be Mark Hunt. Slim down. Giga Chikadze.
Yeah. I because it threw me for a loop because I read this. I thought that said Austrian. I'm like, who? I'm like, I couldn't tell you.
Are there even Austrian fighters right now in the UFC?
Yeah, there's one this weekend.
One?
What the fuck's his
Oh, Jack
name?
Hermanson? Not Hermanson.
No, not Aliyev. Something like that. Though. Is it Aliyev?
No, he's Indian. Nuralo Aliyev.
No, it's.
Is it?
Ishmael Nordiev?
Uh,
I don't think he was born there,
Of
but he has
course.
citizenship.
Ishmael. How could I forget?
Is it Quelan?
It is.
I'm gonna kill
Quillen
myself.
Salkills, yes.
I don't even know if I can build back at this point. I think if I sweep the board, I can tie. Maybe.
Let's do Big Apple 400.
Big Apple 400. Matt Frivola got his first UFC win in 2019 in Atlanta, Georgia against who?
Can I steal this one?
Ooh, I'm trying to count back. Atlanta was the Poirier Holloway fight with Izzy and Gastelum. I'm like counting the. I'm trying to remember who I interviewed that week.
This just isn't even fair. he's been there. He was there all along.
Well, because like for the one I was saying last week, it's like I oftentimes don't remember the fights, but I remember the media days and like who was on stage or who was in the room. Hold on one second. My hands are here. I'm responding to my boss because he is messaging
That
me.
You
is
don't
the
have a
biggest
boss.
lie I've ever heard. Luke, let me steal.
I'm gonna.
Let me
Can I
steal it.
show you what he's saying? I'm gonna. Whoop. All right. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just looking at my computer because my boss messages me.
Unreal. I
Matt.
better listen. Whatever
If he
happens
gets it
next,
right here,
this
I
is-
mean,
I generally don't know
just-
this one. I
Wait, let me steal
generally
it.
do not know.
Luke, please.
you can't steal it, Ben, but it'll at least go to you. You know, you'll at least have the board.
I generally don't know.
So what if I?
All right, do you want to throw out a name?
All right. I'm gonna
It's on-
try to think if Matt Frivola wins.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I know I got it.
It's not Dover because he beat him in Newark.
Luke,
I
let me just
don't
have
know.
it. Come on,
It's not Farazia.
let me have it.
Charles Jourdain.
No,
I don't know.
Ben, for funsies, what do you got?
Jalen Turner.
It was Jalen.
There you go.
Come on, come on! I needed that, Luke.
Well, the board is yours, Ben. Be strategic.
God, okay. I'm gonna go no sweat bet. Davis Vision 400.
Davis Vision 400. Which former title challenger submitted Mike Davis in Mike's UFC debut?
I don't even know this one.
Can I ask a question?
Perhaps.
This was at featherweight.
No.
It wasn't at featherweight. Okay, cool. Or were you saying that? Wait, hold on a second. Were you saying no to the question or no to it being in featherweight?
It because you're a few weight classes off. I'll say no. It was not a featherweight.
A few.
I knew you were going to read into that too much.
Mike Davis's notable heavyweight UFC debut. Let me. Who submitted Mike Davis? I'm gonna roll the dice on. One more question. Was this in the welterweight division?
I'm not going to answer more than one question on this.
That's brutal. I feel like I didn't even get.
This is your no sweat. You know, it's not. It's not
That's
the
true.
biggest
I'm
deal.
still. You know what? I'm still sweating. quite a bit. Uh, Former title challenger. So they didn't win the belt, obviously. And it was in Mike's UFC debut. That doesn't mean that they went on to fight for the title. They could have been a title challenger at that point in time. Jeez Louise. Give me, it's gonna be so bad, dude. Um, it's Beast Boy, Mike Beast Boy Davis, who I think is a 155er. Fuck it. Was it Tony Ferguson? Yeah,
It was
yeah, didn't think so.
170 Gilbert Dorino Burns. But Ben,
Yeah.
you used your no sweat. You don't lose any points, and you're still up.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Meme Lord 400. Let's get
Meme
back on
Lord
track.
400. Robert Breachek told us to never ever believe yourself and give up shortly after knocking out which 25 plus fight UFC veteran?
I don't even know who Robert is.
It was this year. That's my hint for you. It was this year.
Jeez. 25 fight UFC veteran on the men's side. Um, Breachek, it's got to be of Eastern European origin, which to me indicates we're in the middleweight division. Uh, Maybe light heavyweight. Could be higher.
I don't even know this one, bro.
Could be lower. Yeah.
I'm literally just rattling off like 25 fight veterans and trying to remember who got knocked out.
God. So it was this year. I mean, if they've got 25 plus fights, I have it on good business, right? I've seen them compete. And then, when people botch post-fight interviews, that does
Yeah.
really make its way on my radar.
Yeah,
And,
that's a Mike Heck special right there.
Yeah. Come on. Um, is this below 170 pounds, Luke?
No.
Don't tell him. If you're gonna play mind checkers with me on my game, you don't get hints.
That's fair, Jose. I am down 2,200 points.
That's the only reason I answered that.
It's above 170. God, that actually makes it much more complicated because who the fuck in higher weight classes is lasting 25 fights inside the UFC? Jeez, man, this fucking blows. Tim Means.
It was 85. You nailed it on the head in the beginning. It was Brad Tavares. You were like, Eastern European, he's got to be a middleweight.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, he's got it.
Longest tenured tough alum right now.
Yeah.
Jose, back to you.
Let's do run to the title 400.
Run to the title 400. Rose Namajunas earned a UFC title shot against Joanna Jędrzejczyk in 2017 after only one consecutive win. Who did that one win come against?
Mark Hunt.
Probably. She lost to Carolina in Atlanta. And then I think that got Carolina the title shot in New York City. Oh, man. I'm trying to like count backwards. So Rose fought Paige, she fought Tisha Torres, she fought. So this was she lost to Carolina in, I want to say July. I'm trying to count. I don't remember if she headlined I don't remember when she headlined against, she beat Paige and then, oh my God. That's what's throwing me for a loop. And she fought Joanna in 2017, which was November. Oh man, this one's kind of a pickle because she's had so many rematches and she's lost so many.
I don't know this one, and I'm not going to even make a joke answer because it could turn out to be correct.
I thought you were gonna say because you couldn't name any other strawweights.
Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem naming straw.
Nah, she definitely. I don't think
It's
she's
my
gonna fight
favorite weight
Mackenzie.
class, Jose.
Yeah,
I know
I
every
bet.
strawweight on the roster.
Yeah, who's the last contender series from the strawweights then?
Melanie.
You might be right.
Melanie.
When did she fight? So the problem is I get her fights with Paige and Karate Hottie flipped in my brain, and I'm trying to remember which one came first. Because one she beat Paige in December, but I don't remember if she sat out for a long time. I'm just kind of counting back in my head. So she beat Tisha, she beat Caroline, and I think.
Give you 10 more seconds.
It's got to be Michelle Watterson.
No.
It was the karate.
And but I couldn't tell you where. I know it wasn't a pay-per-view, but I do not remember that event because I wasn't at that one.
He can't tell us where it was. Can we disqualify for that answer?
I don't have where it was in front of me, but I do have it was a round 2 rear naked choke in front of me. So
Yeah, I have
know
no
what
recollection of where it was, but I remember the fight happening. And then she fought. Okay, yeah, and then she fought Joanna and knocked her out. Let's do Big Apple 300.
Big Apple 300. Which of these fighters did Bigfoot Silva
Oh my
not
God.
headline a UFC event against? Frank Mir, Stefan Struve, or Travis Brown?
Struve.
Correct. He headlined a fight night
Frank
against
Mir
the
was
other.
Brazil, and the Travis Brown one is the one where Travis blew his hamstring. I remember that.
That
and then
was
I don't-
3.
And then I don't remember. That's just process elimination. I do not remember Bigfoot fighting Stefan Struve.
He fought on a fight night in 2016, but it was headlined by Alistair Overeem, Andrei Arlovsky.
Oh, in Rotterdam. Yeah.
You're still up, Jose.
Let's do Forever Young's 300 and do that like no sweat thing.
No sweat on Forever Young's 300. Who did the young assassin Melvin Gillard fight in his final UFC bout? Donald Cerrone, Michael Johnson, or Ross Pearson?
Wow. These could literally be back to back to back.
May I steal Luke?
These literally could be one after the other.
They might be. I don't honestly remember off the top of my head.
I don't think anyone does.
I know which ones happened in which order, but I don't have the dates to know which one was, if they were like back to back to back.
Wow. Because then the Paul Felder one throws it for a loop for me too. Or when Ross Pearson fought shoot. And he fought Joe Lozon somewhere in there. Didn't he just retire too? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure he retired, to be honest with you.
Melvin Gillard?
He's taking a temporary pause from action.
Oh. What?
He'll be back.
He lost like 12 in a row and then he won one?
I smell him coming to a CFFC prelim near you, Jose.
Yeah.
The young assassin's not done yet.
CFFC.
Please do not tell me that led you to the correct answer.
No. This is
like,
this is his last fight. This isn't his last win, right? Okay,
This
that's what I was trying to
is-
remember.
His last fight, yes.
It's got to be Ross Pearson then. I mean, not Ross Pearson. No. That's not my answer.
If it's wrong, oh, do you want to commit to it, Jose? Who knows?
No, I don't. I don't because
Sounds like you do.
No, it is the answer is it's Michael Johnson. It is Michael Johnson. Yeah.
It was Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
I said I didn't have the exact order, but Michael Johnson was in 2014, Ross Pearson 2013, Cowboy Cerrone 2012. So they might have been back to back to back, but either way, they
Yeah.
were all in separate.
And then there's like
years.
you throw like Joe Lozon and Paul Felder in this mix. It's like they all kind of smash together.
Jose, that was your no sweat, but you did get it right, so it's just kind of null and void.
That's cool. That's fine. Let's do run to the title 300.
Run to the title 300. Who did Dustin Poirier beat in the fight before his title shot against Khabib Nurmagomedov? Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje, or Max Holloway?
Before the title, so that was a title unification, not even a title shot, because he won the interim title against Max Holloway in Atlanta.
Correct. I mean, you made it way more obvious than by knowing it was an interim shot. But yes, he did beat Max to get it. I guess.
Want to hear a fun story about that event? So my colleague Sean, so Atlanta is apparently a city where if you book a hotel for like 4 days and you just decide you want to stay a fifth, you just go to the front desk and be like, "Oh, I want to stay extra. Like, I'll pay." And then they're like, they say okay. So Sean Al-Shadi had like booked a hotel. And then he got to the hotel, and all the rooms were full because the room he was supposed to stay in, the person didn't want to leave yet. So he like spent the first night in like the break room of a hotel, like sleeping near a vending machine or something. It was crazy. Let's do Meme Lord 300.
Meme Lord 300. Julian Let Me Bang, bro.
Oh
Lane
God.
never fought in the UFC, but which of these UFC veterans did he beat in BKFC? Cameron Van Camp, Leonard Garcia, or Thiago Alves?
This one is impossible.
Luke, please allow me to steal this one.
Let's do Leonard Garcia. F it. Yeah, I've literally
He fought
no
all
idea.
three of them, but he only beat Cameron Van Camp. It was a
Yeah,
round
that's not
4
even a real
TKO.
person.
He lost a split decision to Alves, and he lost a round 2 TKO to Garcia.
No, I have no idea who that is.
I was going to guess Thiago, so we both would have been wrong. Luke, may I have another 50% profit boost?
Sorry, Ben. We're all out of those. I mean, unless Jose wants to give you his.
No, absolutely not.
All right, Jose. We'll go Davis Vision 300.
Davis Vision 300. Alfie Davis won the PFL lightweight tournament earlier this year. Which UFC veteran did he beat in the opening round?
God.
Clay Collard,
That's-
Mads Burnell, or
That's
Mark
brutal because I know
Chikadze?
he beat 2 of them.
That's
sucks,
so
dude.
brutal. Like it gets all blend. Every PFL tournament just like blends together for me, especially a lightweight and welterweight.
Fuck, man. I just don't know which came first.
That's the problem, bro.
Mark Chikadze. It's Clay
Clay
Collard.
Collard.
Come on.
Underrated bang.
Oh.
Clay Collard versus Max Holloway is an underrated gem.
It is.
Let's do Big Apple 200 and do my little profit thing.
All right. Big Apple 200. So this will be worth 300 if you get it right. Who did Charlie Campbell lose to on Dana White's Contender Series?
That's
Chris
easy.
Duncan or Tom Nolan?
Oh, come on. Don't even pretend.
I don't. I'm not because Contender Series like Jed and Mike are our guys. So I watch Contender Series when I'm either there or I have to fill in. So I have not seen all of the Contender Series fights like those guys. Those guys would be able to really do it. Charlie Campbell was that maniac, right? The one that like cuts like good promos.
I'm not going to give you any background.
Does he cut good promos? I don't even know. He's a
I
long
think
time
he's the
ago.
one
I
that
always
he-
root for him.
I don't think he can speak. I'm not sure I've ever heard him talk. I'm not sure I've ever heard him talk. Luke, may I steal this one?
Yeah, if Jose guesses one and it's incorrect, no, you can't.
No.
Oh, come on. Don't tease me like that. Oh, goodness.
Tom Nolan is the Australian.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. He's the Australian with the Itachi Uchiha tattoo. Come on, dog. I know my Naruto fans.
I didn't know half
I'll go-
those words.
I'll go Chris Duncan, but that is literally shot in the dark.
Correct.
There
He
you go.
just beat Tom Nolan like 2 months ago.
All
And
right.
this fight was a couple of years ago in
Yeah.
Contender Series. That was worth 300 because you boosted it. So, Jose, you're still up.
Runs to the title 200.
Run to the title 200. Which of these former title challengers did Misha Tate beat in the fight before her title shot against Holly Holm at UFC 196? Jessica Ai or Sarah McMahon?
Wow, this is a really good question.
Thank you.
This is a very good question.
Jose's going to be like, that was in Chicago,
No,
circa 20. No, it wasn't.
She did fight in Chicago, but I don't know if that was before 196. Because I think she was on the undercard of the Barao TJ2 card, which was the first fight after Stitch Duran got kicked out because of the whole Reebok thing. It's all steel trap dog. Steel trap dog. Oh man, that one. This is a good question. I don't even remember her fighting Jessica Eye, but I feel like Jessica Eye fought everybody, and she lost a lot at bantamweight. So I'll go Sarah McMahon.
It was Jessica Eye. She fought them both in 2015. Jessica Eye was in July. McMahon was in January.
So the January one was was that the Vegas one with was that Anderson Nate? No, not Anderson. Was that Anderson Nate or John DC?
I don't have it in front of me. I just know it was January 2015, and she won by majority decision.
So I think it's statistically impossible for me to win if I'm doing the math correctly.
We got the Hail Mary. Maybe Jose's going to stand and bang with you in the Hail Mary. You know, we never know.
Come on, dog. Money is money, bro. I am a journalist. Do you know how valuable $100 is to me in New York City?
I mean, you're the one with a full-time job. Yes, I know how valuable.
$100 in Arizona, you can retire. New York, that's like a sandwich at the bodega.
Yeah. Jose, that was my plan. I was planning on retiring. Yeah. Taking that away from me. I mean, for years longer.
As someone who went to ASU, $100 is basically tuition.
So not only did you ruin my retirement, but you also took away another semester at Arizona State. I can't believe this.
No education for you.
No. Let's just go Meme Lord 200. Maybe I'll get one of these right.
Meme Lord 200. Johnny Walker injured himself while celebrating with the worm at UFC 235 against who? Justin Ledet or Misha Serkinov?
That was the Ledet fight. Yeah, it's the Ledet fight. This is insane.
It was the Misha Serkinov fight. I believe the Ledet fight was in Brazil. I'm just assuming.
Jose, where was it?
I probably Brazil. I know he fought Chase.
That sounds right.
I think he fought Chase Sherman in Salt Lake City, if that makes anything. Ledet. Let's do Davis Vision 200.
Davis Vision 200. Brandon Davis was known for getting into wars, but he only won one fight of the night against who? Kyle Bochniak or Steven Peterson?
Both of these could be, you could be making this up. I know all three of these fighters, and I know they all fought each other. I know Kyle Bochniak got fight of the night against Zabit in Brooklyn because that fight was bananas. He only won one. I'm going to go Kyle Bochniak then.
It was actually against Steven Peterson. It was a fight night headlined by Cowboy and Yancy Medeiros, and he lost to Bochniak at UFC.
Is that in Austin? Yeah.
No, UFC 220 was Boston, I think, right? Yeah,
Austin.
Yeah, that's what I said, Boston.
Texas. Austin, Texas.
I thought you said Boston. I'm going back and forth going, yeah, that's what you said. No, I don't know where the Cowboy one was. That sounds right, actually, Texas. You would know.
I don't remember. It might have been Pittsburgh.
Oh, no, I just gave you points for that. Should have taken away. There we go. Ben, back to you.
Okay. So as it stands, I need to get 3 out of the 4 of these to hit 0. So we're gonna start that effort with Forever Young's 200.
That's very funny.
Who did Shane Young lose to in his UFC debut, whom he eventually ended up training with at City Kickboxing? Alexander Volkanovski or Dan Hooker?
Bro. Come on.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Just think of the weight classes, dog.
But Dan was at featherweight for a period of time.
That's very true.
Let's go Volk. I think that one's right. Yeah.
It was Volk. And ironically, it was Volk who went to train at CKB, not Shane Young. Shane was already training there. Volk went
Shane, I think that was a last minute thing for Shane. Like, that's why he jumped in. Because I think the fight was in Australia. That was in Australia, so like they needed an Australian down there, so he hopped in.
All right, let's do Davis Vision 100.
Davis Vision 100. Phil Davis had 13 UFC fights. How many wins does he have in the UFC? Over under 7.5.
I remember him being very good. I remember Mr. Wonderful having a lot of success.
2 number 1 contender fights.
I'm gonna guess he lost both of those.
He did. Both of them were kind of embarrassing for like different reasons.
I'm gonna go over 7.5. We'll go 8.
He had 9.
There you go.
Either way.
Okay. All right.
correct.
He lost to Rashad. I think it was the second Fox card, and Rashad got him in full crucifix and then beat the shit out of him. And that's when he was
brutal.
undefeated. And then the second one was when he fought a returning Rumble Johnson. So Rumble returned from the World Series of Fighting, and they were the co-main event for Jones Glover. And the entire media day, Phil Davis just kept talking about how when he beats Rumble, he's going to fight John Jones. And then when they did the face-off, because they used to do face-offs at media day,
Yeah.
and they did the face-off, and Phil Davis tried to get on stage with John Jones to face off. And then he got beat the shit by Rumble Johnson. It was not ideal for him. I felt bad.
Phil, credit to him for trying, you know.
Yeah, man. Like all power to you, but you got to win first, dog.
Yeah, you can't back up talk unless you talk, but you got to be able to walk too. Which one do I want to try and even things out on? Run to the title or Big Apple? I'm gonna go run to the title. We'll go run until 100.
How many consecutive fights did Leon Edwards go without a loss before earning a title shot against Kamaru Usman at UFC 278? Over under 9.5.
I mean, he fought so infrequently that it's difficult for me to believe he got 10 in a row. I'm gonna go under.
He did
There it
go
goes.
10 straight fights, 9 wins,
That's
and
brutal.
1 no contest before earning the title shot against Kamaru. Jose, last one for you. The Big Apple 100. Big Country Roy Nelson had 19 UFC fights. How many UFC wins did he have? Over under 9.5.
9 and 10 sounds very accurate for his career, if that's true. I'm gonna go over.
It was under. He had 9 UFC wins.
Damn.
Gentlemen, unfortunately, the Hail Mary is kind of pointless, but for the sake of rankings and point totals and all that stuff, Jose, we're still going to do it. Ben will still do yours for fun. Jose, how many points do you want to wager on this?
So it's like it is impossible for Ben to win, right?
You can't
wager all
even
your
wager
points.
anything on the Hail Mary.
I wouldn't even want. I'm not going to do that because I want to at the end of the year with football, if there's ties and you got to go to point totals and all that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll wager 500.
You'll wager 500. So most you could finish with is 4,500. Least you could finish with is 3,000. All right, Jose. Who did Cain Velasquez's first 2 UFC main events come against?
Jake O'Brien. For sure.
Is this one also Mark Hunt?
No. But it might be. No, I think one of the fights was in Australia, but I don't remember if it was one of his first 2 fights. First 2 UFC. Oh, main events, not his fights. So it's not Jake O'Brien.
Could be Jake O'Brien.
It's not because Jake O'Brien was this kid.
It sounds like you locked in Jake O'Brien, Jose.
No, it's not. Jake O'Brien was a heavyweight, and then he fought, or he was either a light heavyweight or heavyweight or whatever, but he changed weight classes after losing. So he either lost to Cain and said, fuck this, went to light heavyweight, and then ended up fighting a debuting John Jones. Or he was a light heavyweight and lost and goes, all right, after this, I'm going to heavyweight and fought a debuting Cain Velasquez. All right, first 2 main events. Big Nog, I would imagine, is one of them. And I think that's the one in Australia, because that's the one where he dribbled his head. And I don't remember if Ben Rothwell was a main event. That's the problem. And I don't think Lesnar was his second main event when he fought him in Anaheim. Wow. Cain. I was at one of his smokers in Mexico in Rocky Point, Bane.
Luke, may I steal this one?
Sure, Ben.
His first 2 UFC main events.
Let Jose answer first. And then
I'm literally trying to think. One of them is for sure. One of them is for sure Big Nog, but I don't remember if Ben Rothwell was the main event because he beat Big Nog to fight for the title. I'm trying to count backwards because this is back when the UFC pay-per-views or fight nights were also numbered, I think. Like, so not every paper, like, if they would be like UFC 104 could be a fight night. So I'm like trying to count backwards. So Vignog was in Australia for sure. That was in February. And then he fought for the title in the summer. And I'm trying to count back. But I don't remember if Ben Rothwell was the main event.
Give you another 10 seconds.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're like, I won't need it.
He was on. I'm trying to remember like the interviews I did. So he fought Ben Rothwell and that was a shit ending. And I think that was the co-main event for Machida Shogun. So I would say his second main event was probably Lesnar then, right? Yeah.
Correct. It was Big Nog and Brock Lesnar. Ben Rothwell, UFC 104. It was headlined by Machida and Shogun.
Yeah.
So there you go. 1,000 points for you. 4,500. Ben, for fun, let's see what you got here. Who did Cyril Gahn's first two UFC main events come against?
This should be worth 200 points so that I even things out. Who did Cyril Gahn's first two UFC main events come against? Main events. And this is at heavyweight.
This is at heavyweight.
Yeah. As I suspected. I'm going to go Derek Lewis and John Jones.
It was Jairzinho Rosenstrike and Alexander Volkov. Jose, curious if you knew the answer.
I bet Jose can't even remember those. Who the fuck remembers those?
Those were the Apex fights. They were Jab Central.
They were both in the Apex in 2021. Ben, I tried to give you a recent fighter. You know, you always say like last 5 years. You know, I thought Cyril Gahn. I don't know. I'm just throwing names.
Me a Frenchman.
Jose, you are the winner of the tournament. You win the $100. Congratulations. Shout out again to Eli Steele for providing that. And Jose, you're the tournament champion, but you got to move on. You got to face the prop quiz champion. Do you have any words?
Let me ask you a question, Long Island Luke. So where the Morning Combat offices are in New York City, are they not?
They are, correct.
Can we do this in the same room?
I don't know the logistics of it. I'd have to figure it out. But I've always thought, like, I've always wanted to do this in studio with a buzzer rather than taking turns, and that way you could really like pick who goes first. But I don't know if that's feasible. But we could.
If not, Brian, here's the thing. I ran into Brian backstage at MSG, and he was like, "You're killing it on Prop Bet Quiz." And I go, "Yeah, Ben was scared, so he ran away, and he knows what's coming." I didn't say that, but I'm actually really. Here's the thing. I thought for sure Mike Bond was going to be harder than he was. And then I thought for sure after I beat Mike Bond that I was going to be fighting Aaron Bronstetter in the main event. So kudos to Ben for beating who I thought was going to be my biggest competition. So I'm down to do it again. I'm down to rematch. If I beat Brian, I'm down to give every single person that I beat an immediate rematch. No question. Because this was fun. This was a lot of fun. Danny, and like for different reasons. Mike, we were both very tired. Because Mike, it was like crack of dawn and I was in Abu Dhabi. Danny was tough. And then I'm always down to clown around, like have a good time with Ben. So I'm always, and if I beat Brian, I am super down to just run the gauntlet again with all three of those guys.
Whenever they want. We do have a new bracket that's already started. We had to pivot to that last week. So we had Jed and Gaff in the main event or in the first round matchup. So we'll do a new bracket either way. Jose, we'll have you back against BC soon. Ben, we'd love to have you back as well. You're always fun on here. You can follow both these guys on social media. I'll have the links in the description. Go check out Jose on MMA Fighting and Anything But Fighting. Go check out Ben on MTV's The Challenge, Misfits Boxing, and whatever else he's got going on. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like what you saw. I'll catch you guys next week for another episode of Prop Quiz. Peace.
Who got the big high picks that ought to hit with the parlays to get the best money? I'm a bet. Small time, a max unit, all the